Hi. Welcome to Low-Carb Nyamins. I am Renae, your food lover. No chef, no cook, just a girl that loves food and wants to eat properly. And I want to take you on a journey with me. So we're going to try stuff and do stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, so welcome. Now today, we're going to be trying something called low-carb almond flour bread. Now listen, almond flour bread can also be used for keto. If you're on a ketogenic diet, you can also take almond flour. It's a great bread, nice. You'll see, because we just tried the thing, you know what I mean? But hey, before we get into the baking of the bread, let me ask you a question. Do you have a must-have in your kitchen? Like, I must have this. Like, I've got to have these things or this thing. What is it? For me, it's spices. I love spices, so I had to get a spice rack. And even though it doesn't have all the spices that exist, it has quite a few. And let me tell you something, spices, they're one of God's greatest creations. I'm telling you, God, love you, guy. Because spices, they add so much zest and flavor, and it gives your food a little kick. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just want to tell you, that's one of my must-have. Put in the chat below. Let me know what is your must-have in your kitchen, whether it's a tool or some food items. I don't know. I want to know. What's your must-have? Now, with that being said, let's go and try out that almond flour bread. Let's go. Okay, so let's begin. So even though the baking tin is non-stick, it's still recommended that you use the grease paper to line the tin. Yes, and also I use Palm as my cooking spray. Now we know it's recommended that we break our egg in individual containers, but I'm taking the risk because, well, I've not experienced a bad egg in a while, so I'm taking the risk. Now this gadget, I got it from Timo. It is used to separate the white of the egg from the yolk. So let's see if it works. Looks like it works. It works. I'm having a little tea while I go along, you understand? Yeah. Adding a little bit of olive oil there, to the mixture. Now I made a boo-boo right here because I don't know what I was thinking when I put the strainer into the egg mixture. I'm like, oh! But then we must go on. That's what I'm telling you. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to do things that, what am I thinking? Yeah, so let's continue, right? Now this water is warm water, not burning hot, but just warm enough, because that is what is required in the recipe, which I'm going to show you the book and put the link for it below. Okay, so it's now time to put it in the oven. Now after a while I was checking to make sure that the color was, the color I wanted, and just to test it. Now it's important for us to know that almond flour does not necessarily rise as much as the regular flour, right? So bear that in mind. It's done. Let's put on my makeshift cooling rack to cool. Yeah. Gotta wait until it is completely cool to remove the paper. So I'm just using a knife to test it, and it's done. It is done. It is done. Thank God. Isn't it lovely? And the texture is just right. Don't mind my nails, please. Ooh, but the texture is just right. Look at that. It's beautiful. Well, I think it's beautiful. Let's do the cut test. All right. I'm holding the camera, so yeah. So yeah. Beautiful. Look at that. That's what you call a beauty. For the first time doing this, it's beautiful. Lovely. What do you think? Texture is just right. Yummy. So, bread completed. What's your take? What do you think? What's your take on it? What's the rate from 1 to 10? What would you say? I think it was a good attempt. I think it was a great attempt. Now listen, if you want to see more low-carb nyamins from me, then remember to subscribe. Click the notification bell, share, comment, so you won't miss out on anything that I post. All right? Do that, and I promise you won't miss out. Now guys, I gotta go. It's warm up in here. It's warm up in here. I gotta go. Bye-bye. See you next time.